back and won the game.
And the Knicks are searching for offense. Nothing has looked smooth in this fourth quarter. Only 2 points, and Allen Houston has that.
Ward back in the game for Childs. Shot clock down to 6. Starks on the drive. Pass underneath Buck Williams. And a foul. Before the shot, no. A 3-second violation. Knicks struggling offensively.
Well, one of the reasons why Buck Williams has 6 offensive rebounds in that game, you got to cheat a little bit. You got to go into that lane as much as possible to establish your position, and that time he got caught.
There you see the turnovers. Miami struggling in the first half in that department, protecting the ball in the second half. Hardaway, hop step to 3, puts it in. A 2-point game. Tim Hardaway on fire in the second half.
Set up by a very hard flare pick by P.J. Brown. Probably Tim Hardaway's best look for the afternoon.
This place is bedlam. And there's still 7 minutes to play. Ward gets it to Houston. There's the double team. Houston 7 on the shot clock, taken out, but a foul called. You can hardly hear the whistle as Jim Clark makes the call.
Tremendous pick by P.J. Brown to free up Tim Hardaway. Getting that excellent look. Allen Houston way too far behind to catch up on that rotation. This is when the Knicks need Allen Houston or John Starks to make big offensive plays.
That foul on Leonard is 5th. Ward a 3. Puts it in. Charlie Ward with a clutch shot for the Knicks. And they go back up by 5. The Heat were on a 21-3 run. Hardaway another 3. Misfires. That one Starks in his face. And a whistle as they head up the floor. Mark Strickland called for the foul. That's going to be the 14th foul on the Heat. Chance for everyone, players and fans alike, to take a deep breath and look at Tim Hardaway. Boy, he's just exploded here in the second half after being a complete non-factor in the first 2 quarters. Houston, tough pull-away shot. Allen Houston, and the Knicks answer right back with a quick 5-0 run.
That's why Miami does not want Houston to turn to the baseline. The double team was coming, but he just got in the air so quickly, defense couldn't react.
Hardaway, the feed to P.J. Brown, fouled hard. Starks and Oakley converging, and P.J. Brown will return to the free throw line. Starks, no, they call it on Oakley. That's his 3rd.
There's that penetration again by Tim Hardaway. When he frees himself up to get into the lane, good things happens for the Miami defense. Whether it's an open shot out on the wing or follow-up opportunities for P.J. Brown or Mark Strickland, and P.J. Brown continues to labor from the foul line.
Now 2 of 6. He's played a strong game, 16 points, 10 boards. But Brown, like the Heat, really struggling from the free throw line. 6:07 remaining, just about midway through the 4th. Pat Riley's team down by 7. And Brown misses another, Starks the rebound. Horrible free throw shooting from the Heat. 9 of 18. Houston, up 3. Strickland high for the rebound. Strickland 8 points, 6 boards, all in the second half.
Jeff Van Gundy very unhappy with that shot by Allen Houston. I think he wants him to challenge the defense, put it on the floor, see if he can't get himself to the foul line.
Brown hesitated on the shot. Hardaway trying to get away from the double team. Kicks it out. Murdoch, that's a 2. Well off the mark is Houston the board. Just under 5.5 remaining. Knicks holding on to a 7-point lead. And a whistle away from the ball. Houston trying to get free. Leonard and Brown around there. They call it on P.J. Brown. That's his 3rd. And the Heat over the limit with 5:19 to play. And Allen Houston will shoot 2. Knicks, meanwhile, with only 2 team fouls. Both teams with plenty of timeouts remaining, each with 3. 3 full timeouts. Houston's numbers.
Alan Houston telling us yesterday how much he relishes the role of becoming more than just a spot-up shooter or a guy that comes off baseline screens and pin downs. He's always felt he had the ability to put the ball on the floor, create his own shot. And now when Patrick Ewing went out, he's been asked to create shots for other people. That is a little bit of a different role for him.
A missed free throw, though, by Houston. Normally automatic. Knicks lead is 8. Just over 5 minutes remaining. Hardaway on the drive. And a foul. Tim Hardaway with a chance for the traditional three-point play.
Well, Charlie Ward has been so used to seeing Tim Hardaway at the top of the key here in the post-up, and Charlie gets himself out of position, maybe standing up a little bit too straight. And Hardaway with a quick blow-by move on the baseline.
Hardaway erupting in the third. That foul on Ward, his 5th. So Ward and Leonard, the only 2 with 5. Hardaway completes the three-point play. Knicks lead by 5 with 5 to play on the 4th. Mashburn on Houston. Houston makes his drive. The runner too hard off the glass. Houston right there, blocked by Brown, but a foul. And more free throws coming up for the Knicks. Mashburn underneath. Picking up the personal. That's 4 on Mashburn. And Houston will go right back to the line.
Mike, the difference in this game 5 compared to earlier games in the series when Alan Houston would get the ball at the top of the key, the Knicks would have some good off-the-ball action, some baseline screens to keep the defense busy. Now they're able to zero in them a little bit more with everybody spotted up.
Triple header coming up. The Jazz hosting the Rockets game 5 there, and then game 1 of the Eastern Conference Semis. Michael Jordan and the Bulls against the Hornets. NBA triple header this afternoon on NBC. 28 for Alan Houston, who hits a pair. Knicks by 7. Just over 4.5 remaining. The Heat trying to make an incredible comeback. They trailed by 20 in the third. They've been as close as 2, but have never had the lead in this game. 6 on the shot clock. Mashburn left open. Hardaway has to pass it up. And Ward with the steal. Knicks have the numbers the other way. Ward the feed to Oakley. And Oakley puts it in and a foul. And I believe they may have called a flagrant foul there. Hugh Hollins making the call. The basket will count. And let's take a look.
A big play in this game at this juncture. You see the finish on the fast break, the hard foul, too hard, the flagrant. As Charlie Ward doing a great job in the assist department. But it was the defense at the other end of the floor by John Starks who really rushed out hard on Tim Hardaway deep in that right corner to take him off. That what looked like was going to be a wide open three-point shot made him change it, hang in the air, and turn the ball over.
Mashburn, the foul, his 5th. So Oakley, the basket will count. Knicks go up by 9 with 4:21 remaining. And then after the free throw, the Knicks will take the ball out of bounds as well. Oakley nails the free throw. Only 1 free throw on this flagrant foul because the basket was good. But the key on that call was Oakley was up in the air when Mashburn shoved him. Hugh Hollins immediately made the flagrant foul call. Knicks back up by 10. Knicks on a 13-1 run since the Heat cut it to within 2. Houston looks up at the shot clock. Knicks again try to isolate. Houston on the drive. Alan Houston flips it out to Ward. Up top, Starks. Starks a 3. It's good. John Starks from downtown. And the Knicks back up by 13. Timeout, Miami. Excellent ball movement to set up a wide open John Starks.
And it turns into a 6-point play after the flagrant foul. Penetration by Alan Houston against Jamal Mashburn with those 5 personal fouls is what set up the open shot for John Starks, keeping his emotions under control.